Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming Testing New Makeup episode 24, so if you guys like this type of video, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love trying new stuff, especially eyeshadow palettes. So if that sounds good to you, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, we have a bunch of fun new things to try out, so I don't want to spend too much time chatting, but I have some new products. I have a palette that we're going to give a second chance to, and a bunch of fun stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing I want to try out is a new product. I just got this in the mail. This is the Nars Light Reflecting Eye Brightening Illuminating like concealer color corrector thingamajig. So I bought this because Ulta knows how to get me. They sent me a coupon, and my gosh, would I ever not use an Ulta coupon? Like, I was looking for things to buy. I was so annoyed because the Yucca palette and the ABH Cosmos palette was at Ulta, but I had already purchased those, so I decided to go ahead and get this light reflecting eye brightener in the shade Impossible Dream to try out. So let's see how it goes. I'm not a big color corrector kind of gal, but I do love the cream concealer that Nars does in this packaging. So I figured, let me go ahead and grab the color corrector. I just don't really color correct that much. I really should. I feel like I have the eye bags to do it, but I just don't do it. And so I figured, let me grab this and try it and see. And I'm just using a Sigma brush to apply this. I bought this. It's the 3D HD Precision brush from Sigma. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that all over my under eyes. And, you know, I just had a baby not too long ago. And so some days are better than others as far as sleep goes. She is honestly so chill though. I can't complain much at all because we're up to about 4-hour stretches now on the sleep side. So really quite wonderful. We're getting a decent amount of sleep, but can always use a little brightening. And I love how creamy the concealer is. So I decided to pick up the corrector. Now, Huda just launched a color corrector as well, and now I really want that, even though, again, I have no business buying color correctors. I really like the one that Sigma makes. They're a corrector duo, so I think I might pass on the Huda one unless for some reason you guys are like, oh my gosh, Karen, we need to hear your thoughts, or something like that. But I'm just using the Nars concealer as well. Figured I might as well stick to the same brand, and I don't really have a new concealer to try out today. So yeah, we'll see how this does. So far, I could definitely see it's like brightening the under eyes. And the thing I love about this concealer is that it's so creamy and it like really blends into my skin. So I'm hoping the color corrector is the same way. And yeah, I haven't used this concealer in a while, so it's working out perfectly for me to go ahead and use it. So there's that on that. I did break out a new beauty blender today, which doesn't happen very often. This is an actual beauty blender too. I'm like one of those people, I go between brushes and sponges, and I feel like I'm also like a low-key hoarder. I kind of like hold on to my sponges as if like, oh my gosh, you know, I need to get more use out of it kind of thing. It's so silly, but finally decided to throw the 2 sponges I've been using this whole time and switch to something new. Okay, so for bronzer, we're going to use the Halo Glow Contour. I think this works as a bronzer for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply it. Did you guys get any of those new e.l.f. products that launched? I decided to skip because I don't need any more lip balm. And I definitely don't need $10 eyeshadow palettes, but I swear e.l.f. is always just creating something. I feel like they've had quite the year so far with all these products they're launching. The product just blends so nicely. I'm just adding some more because I love to be bronzed. And I'm just using a Unearthly brush that they sent over. It's a nice big fluffy brush and it's synthetic, so it works really nicely with the cream products. So I'm just gonna stop there as far as my face goes because I have like a new blush and stuff to try out. So I'm gonna fill in my brows really quick and then we have a new brow gel to try out, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I filled my brows in. Now we're gonna try the brow gel. So this is the Milk Makeup Cush Clear Brow Gel, and they actually sent this to me in PR. I will never get over the fact that Milk Makeup sent me PR. Like, that is so cool. So let's go ahead and try it. It's teeny tiny. This kind of reminds me of the little brush from the Essence Brow Gel. Makes it really easy for you to kind of target the areas you want to put this on. Some brands make really big brushes, so it can be a little bit tougher to target where you want to put the product. So yeah, it says here it's a clear gel that tames and sets brow hairs, hemp-derived cannabis seed oil, helps condition for no stiffness or flaking. Very cool. Tapered brush deposits gel evenly across brows. 4.5 ml. So I will link this down below for you guys in case you're interested. I'm just going to let it dry. I need to be patient. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll see if it feels crusty or if it feels more like a nice hold but not too like hard. And I'm going to prime my eyes so we can try out this eyeshadow palette. So I have my current favorite eyeshadow primer linked in the description box always. I have been very loyal to my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow primer and I actually just bought myself a second one because I want to keep one in my Shop My Stash bag. I just love how this is in like a pen form and I can just blend it quick onto my eyes. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this primer and I purchased a backup, so I wanted to let you guys know. Okay, so the palette we're going to give another shot to is the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. By the time you guys are seeing this video, I believe this palette should be out, and I already posted a first impressions video with this. So if you haven't seen that one, pause this one and go watch that one. But basically, spoiler alert, I had a ton of trouble with this shade Charms. So from the advice of the brand and from you guys, a lot of you told me to start off with the purple shade, which typically I do start with the darker shadow. So I don't know why I decided the day I was trying this palette to like switch it up because I do kind of go back and forth. So I'm going to take you guys' advice. I just primed my lids and I'm going to take this Sigma brush and I'm going to go into the purple and I'm going to make sure I dust off the brush. I did mention in my first impressions video that the fallout was very intense with this particular shade, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I've definitely had really good luck with Cosmic Brushes, so I definitely wanted to, you know, make sure I filmed this because I know a lot of you also are interested in their palettes because you've seen me talk about them. So I just wanted to see if it was just me, and it looks like it might have just been the fact that I went in with that more pink neon shade and I kind of put it all over the lid because it seems like the shade is really sticking to the primer now, so that's good. And I haven't looked very close, but I'm not seeing as much fallout as I did when I used this for the first time, so that is definitely a good sign. And I'm just tapping and blending. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that it was just me. I was feeling like what is going on, you know, because I was like, okay, this was the only shade that was broken. Is it something with the quality? But I think it was just me, and you know, I definitely have things I can learn with eyeshadows and different techniques. So I'm so grateful for you guys for telling me to just go in with this shade and not try to layer it. So yeah, I think that looks really good. It's nice and opaque, and it's really sticking to the lid. So I don't know, maybe you guys are making fun of me and you are like, Karen, you're such an amateur. But listen, I've been doing this for a long time, but it doesn't mean that I know everything. Like, I don't know. I just like to give you guys my thoughts on things. I like to show you guys swatches, hopefully save you some money. If you're contemplating buying something and then you saw it on my skin tone and you're like, that's not going to work on me if it doesn't work on Karen. You know, I hear that a lot. So I'm going to go into this shade called Candy Floss, and I'm just going to blend out the outer corner just a bit on the edge here. Okay, I had way too much fun playing with that shade. Next, I'm going to use the shade called Let's Do Lollipop. It's so pretty. It's like a pretty minty tealy green, and we're just going to put that on the inner corner and blend it towards the purpley shade. Okay, wow, I'm really loving how this is looking. I'm going to take a little bit more of that purple and just blend over the blue. Okay, so far I really like how that's looking. I really want to play with the multi-chrome shade in this palette, which is Sprinkles right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the lid now. The shadow has that very soft formula, so definitely be careful when you're picking it up with a brush because it's very foily and flaky. So giving it a nice spray really helps as well. And oh my goodness, I'm trying a different color combo. Usually I would never pair this with a blue. I would probably just do like the hot pink or one of the lilac shades, but I thought, let me try it with the tealy color just to do something a little different. Maybe it'll work out fine, and I think it is working out fine. So, you know, I've been telling you guys I want to make more of an effort of using kind of different colors together just to see how they pair up. And I think this is kind of a fun one, kind of unexpected for me, but oh so pretty. Such a pretty multi-chrome. This is one I do have in other collections, but it's always fun to have shades like this in a palette because they really bring that pizzazz, you know what I mean? Okay, so I grabbed a powder I haven't used in a hot second. This is the Hourglass Powder, and this is one of my favorites in my collection, but it's been a while and I've been meaning to switch out my powder, but honestly, I come down here sometimes and all I have time for is to quickly film. And so today I decided I was cleaning up some of my stuff and I was like, let me grab a powder, let me switch out my powder, because I've been using the Jones Road one they sent me in PR, but I was ready for something different. And then I usually keep my Sigma powder in my drawer, and so I'll reach for that because I'm always in a hurry. But today, since I was putting away the Jones Road powder, I grabbed for the Hourglass one, and just remembering why I love it so much, because it just blends so well and looks undetectable but gives it a little bit of a flawless look under the eyes, so that is lovely. Now from Ulta, I did also buy something else that I said I wanted to buy. If you've been following along on my channel, I really enjoyed the Natasha Denona eyeliners that I got with the Yucca palette, so I was like, I have to try her black one. So when I got the Ulta coupon, I was like, yes, let me get the Natasha Denona black eyeliner on sale. So I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline with this color. I just found that this was so long wearing, at least the shades that came with the Yucca palette. They lasted so well in my waterline, which I've never seen an eyeliner wear for that long in my waterline. So I was like, let me grab that. And I don't even know if this is a new product. I just hardly ever splurge on eyeliners because I buy like the ColourPop ones, which are so affordable. And a lot of my eyeliners that I've bought, I just don't feel like they're that long wearing. But this one I felt like really was. So I'm very, very excited to see if I found like a holy grail product for myself. But yeah, I figured I'd share with you guys that that was a new product that I had grabbed. Okay, so it's time to do the lower lash line. I'm just going to grab a little pencil brush and try to think what we should do. Maybe we should do some of the pinks. Yeah, let's go ahead with Smoothie, which is that neon pink shade. And I'm going to start kind of in the middle because I'm not really sure what I kind of want to do on either side. So I'm just slowly running that over my waterline, kind of in the center. And I really want to try and build it up. So I'm trying to keep it really nice and tight. I don't want it to get too far into the under eyes. And I'm just slowly going back and forth. And then I'm going to go into the shade called Slushy, which is a pretty like blue color. And I'm just going to pop that on the outer half of the waterline. And we're just going to bring it up slowly, following the natural line, because I want to kind of continue the colors so it all looks kind of joint, you know. This side's blending a lot better, so I'm going to take a little bit more of the purple and just kind of run that over the blue so it looks more blended. And I was dying to try the shade called Zesty the day I tried this palette, but I was so kind of thrown off by how the shade Charm was doing that I didn't even want to touch this Zesty shade. But today I have a little bit more of time, so I'm just going to put that on the inner corner as like a really weird pop of color. I'm feeling like 80s roller rink vibes right now with this color story, but that's all right. Just really felt like it. I do have a bit of fallout from that shade, but I'm just gonna dust it off. So it's not as vibrant as I was hoping, but I do have a white shade right next to it, so I can pop some white on as well. Really help lighten it up, hopefully. But the shade Zesty is like a pastel-y, yellowy shade. So I really wanted to incorporate that into the eye look. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Delicious, which is the iridescent purpley shade on the very bottom. And I'm just going to tuck that on right on top of Zesty. Okay, so just trying a bunch of different shadows from the palette today, but I think that I like how that looks. I'm going to finish off this look with some Milk mascara. They sent me the Kush mascara. It says that this is a clump-free intense black finish mascara, and it is 8 ml. I need a new mascara because I've been using some that I don't like. I've been trying to use the Fenty Hella Thick mascara, which I really am not enjoying. I've decided I'm done torturing myself. Let me just get a new mascara and put myself out of my misery. So I think I've tried this in a sample size, but this is my first full size one, and I'm excited to try it out and see if it does what it says it does. Okay, so I always like to curl my lashes before I use a mascara, and this lid feels very heavy, very interesting. Oh my gosh. Let me just pull my mirror a little closer. This is a big brush. I feel like I have a hard time when mascaras have big brushes because I always feel like I'm going to stab myself. So I'm going to stop talking and apply this. Okay, so I did a very light first layer. It doesn't feel like it's done too much to make my eyelashes look va-va-voom, but I like to usually do at least 2 layers with my mascara. So let's give it a chance to dry down and we'll see how the second coat does. Let me just check the brows really quick. It definitely does feel like there's hold there, but it doesn't feel crunchy, so very happy about that. And then for lower lash line, I just like to use this affordable Wet n Wild mascara. It's really a nice wand. It's very tiny. I do wish some high-end brands would come out with other lower lash line mascaras because, like I said, I can't deal with big brushes. I always end up stabbing myself in the face. Okay, so while the mascara dries, we're going to try out a new blush. Now, I have owned the Milk blushes before, but I think they redid these in a smaller packaging size. So this is the Lip and Cheek Creamy Sheer Blush and Lip Color, and I have the shade Quickie and I have the shade Work. So I think with this eye look, we probably want to use Work because it's like a really pretty berry color. So let's try it out and see. I am so shocked at how small they made these because they used to be quite big, and I feel like I saw quite a few people commenting on the change of the size. So I don't know if Milk ever said why they made it smaller. I would imagine maybe that people weren't getting through the product fast enough, so they were maybe going bad. But then they should have probably dropped the price too. From what I remember, I feel like people were saying that the price hadn't changed, so not really sure what that's about. I've never actually used these on my lips, so I was a little bit curious to see how it would look. It looks very pretty, kind of like a popsicle lip almost, so I'll definitely throw on a gloss on top of this. That I had definitely used it as a cream blush in the past, but I was kind of curious to see what kind of lip shade I could get out of it. So this is the Berry Lip that we are going to wear with this look, and now I'm going to put some of this on my face. So you guys know my favorite Sigma brush, of course, of all time. Not just kidding, but it's definitely one of them. And I just love how big and fluffy this is, and it feels like I'm using a sponge. So I'm just picking it up and directly just kind of pushing it in to the skin. Weirdly, I've fallen in love with 2 Milk products this year. The primer, which I never thought I would like, and the mattifying setting spray is really good too. So I'm pretty pumped because I went from being somebody that didn't care about any Milk products to having a few different holy grail options. So I think I'm supposed to throw this away. I just tried to put it back on, and that was gonna be a hot mess. So yeah, isn't that so pretty? I've been so into these like creamy glowy blushes. I used one in my video with the Cosmic Brushes palette initially too. It was the Euphoria one, and it was so pretty, so I really like how that looks. Now we need a highlighter. I don't have anything new. I've just been using the Juvia's Place one because that's kind of like the latest highlighter I've had with me. So let's go ahead and just grab something in my collection. So I don't have a new highlighter, but I feel like I want to get some use out of my Rare Beauty highlighters. So I just grabbed this shade Mesmerize, and I figured I'd just use that with this look. It's like a pretty pinky highlighter shade, and so these are extremely pigmented, as you can see, and so I'm just blending that in to my skin. A little bit on the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin. So pretty and over the top, which we love. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit of a glossy lip, so I'm going to grab this one from ColourPop. This is the shade Sugar Cookie. These new glosses are so nice. They redid their lip formulas, and or at least some of them, the Ultra lip formulas, and they're so comfy. I was wearing a Ultra Matte the other day. So nice. The glosses are so nice. The blotted ones are so nice. I'm really feeling this look. So I'm going to spray my face really quick and I will be right back to give you guys some of my thoughts on the new products we tested out. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know down in the comments because I love hearing you guys' input and thoughts on the makeup I have on and the finished look, of course. So in case you guys are wondering, my foundation today is pretty much the only thing I didn't show you guys. I'm wearing the Very Valentino Light Lasting Perfecting Foundation. I really like this foundation. I figured I might be going through my foundations again and just like trying them all out, especially with it being the summertime. It's always interesting to see how my foundations are going to react with the heat we have going on outside. But yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this look together. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the new makeup I tested out with this video. So as far as the brow gel and the mascara go, these are nice. I'm glad I got to try them out. I don't see myself like running to go buy these. Also, I have a ton of brow gel to get through myself. So I really don't see myself buying brow gel at this present moment in time. Same with mascara. I have quite a few in my mascara backup drawer. So I don't think I would have bought this with my own money, but I can't believe how weighted this lid is. It's like really heavy. I'm guessing that's part of the application, that it makes it a little bit easier because the wand is nice and weighted. But yeah, overall, I don't hate it as much as I hate the Hella Thick mascara, which I'm comparing everything to right now because I think I'm a little bit traumatized from using that one. It was just so not good. And then I'm excited to keep trying this light reflecting eye brightener from Nars. Like I said, I didn't really need this, but I had an Ulta coupon and I really wanted to buy this Natasha Denona eyeliner. There's 3 other shades. Well, there's 2 shades other than the black that I don't own. There's a brown and a burgundy. And I contemplated buying all 3 eyeliners instead of buying something else. But I was like, that is so silly, like buying eyeliner. So I decided to buy the one, and I figured if I really like the black one, I could get the brown and the burgundy one with a different coupon in the future. But yeah, it's kind of silly, but I just really like the greens and the like yellowy olive tone one that I got from the Yucca palette collection. So I wanted to own this one in the black. So I went ahead and did it. And as far as the Milk blush goes, like I said, I have tried this in the past. I bought like a mini set to try like their bronzer and their blush and some stuff in the past, and I thought it was nice. I still think it's nice. I think it's such a beautiful kind of like glowy blush cream product and perfect for those of you that are kind of into that like no makeup look. I'm not really into the no makeup look, but I still think this looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm really happy that they sent these my way. I'm actually now contemplating if this is the full size, because maybe they sent me minis. Like, did I think to look that up? I did not. So I will try and remember to clarify on screen if this is the mini. This is the size 0.21 ounces. So I just need to look up and see if there is a bigger size, because if I just confused you guys, I'm so sorry. But I do remember when I tried their blushes, I bought the minis because I knew I was never going to get through them. So maybe they sent me the minis and I just went on a whole trail about how they changed the size and why did they change the size but not the price and blah blah blah. So please disregard if I was wrong about that, but I think this is such a pretty color and I think it's a beautiful lip shade as well. So really happy with that. And then last but certainly not least is the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. I had to give this one another go on my channel. I couldn't leave you guys thinking that I had just like struggled with that shade and that I was upset or something like that. I will say that I am so careful with the words I choose when I'm talking about a new palette, because I am creating first impressions videos most of the time just because I am trying to get the videos up as fast as I can, especially when you get something before launch and there's not a lot of information out there, especially if it's like tan girl friendly or not. I do work really hard to get my videos done as quick as I can, so it is nice that I am able to follow up with you guys. And I really have to say thank you to Cosmic Brushes for being so receptive to my first impressions, reaching out, letting me know, you know, hey, try it this way. I also appreciate you guys in the comments. Cosmic Brushes also left a comment on my video, so I think it's really nice when brands can take feedback from their creators and their affiliates, because it really makes the relationship just so much easier to handle. I don't know the owner of Cosmic Brushes like personally. Of course, we've like talked in DMs. And so I really appreciate her being receptive to my feedback and also giving me some pointers. I don't think anyone is above learning when it comes to makeup. I mean, I create videos. I've been a creator for a long time, but I don't ever want to come off as like I know more than everybody else. I'm totally open to hearing from you guys and trying your tips and tricks. So I had a lot of fun giving this palette another go around. It's still definitely not my favorite Cosmic Brushes palette because I love the Serenity palette. And you guys know me and pastels, we're better off as friends, not as like lovers, if you know what I mean. But either which way, I'm very, very excited to have this palette with me. I hope that if you guys are interested in this palette, you guys were able to snag it during the launch. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this testing new makeup video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!